Negative inducible operons, a murder most foul. What is the negative operon? RNA polymerase is ready to bind and start transcription, but the repressor is active and keeps transcription from proceeding. Negative inducible just means that the repressor is being removed from the transcription site. This happens when a substrate binds to it and signals its release from the mRNA strand. Negative just means that the protein is the repressor, and thus transcription is unable to be carried out. Inducible means that the transcription is turned on when the effector protein is bound. This overall allows transcription to happen. As an analogy, let's imagine that the amazing and talented Paul Rudd walks out of his local grocery store only to be stormed by a crowd of adoring fans. But Paul has some ice cream in his grocery bag that he needs to rush home before it melts. In order to get through the crowd, Paul Rudd gets the attention of his body double and longtime friend Carl to run through the crowd and down the street. This draws the crowd after him, and Paul can arrive home quickly and without having his ice cream melted. What kind of process is this? The crowd is our repressor, and Carl is our inducer, which gives us the negative inducible. What about effector proteins? The presence of small effector molecules deactivate the transcription process by binding to either the repressor or activator. This causes the regulatory protein to have a conformational change. This change in shape can prevent the protein from being able to bind to the activator DNA binding site. The absence of small effector molecules activates the transcription process. A gene that is regulated by inhibitors like effector molecules are called repressor genes, while genes that increase transcription are called activator genes. Transcription factors can be prevented from binding to DNA by histones, which are proteins that DNA molecules are wrapped around. With this information in mind, who done it? Mr. Nastrand was found dead in his apartment on Sunday, January 3rd. Let us recall that transcription proceeds if a substrate is able to bind to the repressor, because the repressor is deactivated. Without the repressor, the RNA polymerase is able to interact with the promoter region and the activator. Alibis from his friend Mr. Napoli check out. He had knocked on Mr. Nastrand's door and found it to be locked from the inside. Recall that transcription stops when prevented by the repressor. The active repressor stops all movement and inhibits transcription. Well, who is left? The obvious criminal. Mrs. Repressor, our final suspect. She had done it. Thank goodness we had our knowledge of negative inducible operons to help us solve this nasty murder. Case closed.